From exclusive items to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all of the differences between Domino's in the US and Mexico. This is Food Wars. In the US, Domino's pizzas come in 3 sizes. So we have small, which is 10 inches, medium, which is 12 inches, and a large, which is 14 inches.
In Mexico, we also have 4 different sizes. We start on the medium, which is 11.8 inches. Then we have the large, which is 13.7 inches. We go to the extra large, which is 14 inches. And the biggest, the big Dominator, which is 17.7 inches. Look at this pizza, it's huge.
This is one of the rare times the US comes up short with the portion sizes. I feel like that never happens. Now let's weigh a large slice to see which is bigger. For Domino's, this is a pretty decent size for a slice.
Alright, so in Mexico, if you check the website, the wings should be 230 grams. So let's see if that's true.
Now let's compare drink sizes. Here in the US, drinks at Domino's come in 2 sizes. We have the 20 fluid ounce, which is this tiny bottle. It's 591 milliliters, and the big 2-liter bottle.
In Mexico, drinks also come in 2 different sizes. You can get 600 milliliters or 1.5 liters.
Here's everything you'll find at a US Domino's that you won't find in Mexico.
Here is everything you find in the menu in Mexico, but you won't find in the USA.
First, we have the pizza, which, as the name suggests, means it's covered in meats. The pizza is pepperoni, ham, Italian sausage, and beef. That is actually one of the better Domino's pizzas I've ever had. I really, really like all of the combination of meats. That's so good.
Here we have some of the specialty pizzas you find in Mexico. Look at these babies. They look beautiful. Alright, this is the cold meat pizza. That looks actually pretty good for me. I actually want to try this one. I like it because it has like some spices on the top. Like, I don't know if it's a little bit like salty with the pepperoni, bacon, and what is the other one? Salami? Maybe? It's very good. I like the cheese and the bread is soft.
Next up, we have the Memphis barbecue chicken. Barbecue sauce as a base, that is something that I can totally get on board with. That sounds really good.
Here we have the cheesy barbecue pizza. It looks pretty good with a lot of barbecue. This is a Texas barbecue. This one has even more barbecue on it. No, actually it has tomato sauce on there and then barbecue sauce in the top.
Next, we have Philly cheesesteak. This one has steak, onions, peppers, and mushrooms. There's also American cheese. I will not be trying any of the ones with mushrooms. I'm allowed to not like those. This is the Pacific veggie. It has spinach, onions, mushrooms, tomatoes, black olives, feta, and it's also made with a blend of provolone and mozzarella cheese. It seems like most of the pizzas have provolone and mozzarella as like a cheese blend.
This is the veggie option. No meat on it. You have olives, mushrooms, and peppers.
Next, we have the Honolulu Hawaiian, which I will definitely be trying. I am a fan of pineapple on pizza. Like, I don't care what you say. It's good.
I defend Hawaiian pizza. I don't like food police telling me what can and cannot go on a pizza.
I do agree with Joe. I also don't like food police. Don't yuck my yum. This one has bacon, ham, pineapple, and green peppers, also made with a mix of mozzarella and provolone cheese. This is really good. I like that it's like an elevation of a regular Hawaiian pizza, which I think is just ham and pineapple. I like all of the additions on this one.
This is the Honolulu pizza. It looks very Honolulu vibes, like Hawaiian. It has pineapple on it and jamon, which is ham, and also has some jalapenos that make it very Mexican, I guess. I remember when I was little, my mom loves Hawaiian pizza, which is the one with pineapple. I never like it. I don't feel like pizzas should have pineapple, but I guess some people love it. Some people hate it.
This is the Cali Chicken Bacon Ranch, and it actually has ranch as the main sauce instead of a tomato-based sauce. That gives me pause. I do like ranch, I just don't know if I love it as the base sauce in a pizza. I thought maybe the ranch was like an addition, but no, it's literally all ranch on here. I thought the ranch was gonna be super overwhelming and like too runny, but it's a really good consistency and actually didn't add too much of a ranch flavor. Like it's more subtle than I expected. I don't mind this. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind this. This is the buffalo chicken pizza. I am very into this. I love dipping my pizza slices in buffalo sauce, so having it already on the pizza sounds good to me. Let's see if it actually does have a lot of buffalo sauce in it, because right now it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm definitely not tasting any buffalo sauce. That's really weird. I mostly just taste onion and chicken. The description does say that the buffalo sauce is drizzled on, so it's not like the sauce base, but I still feel like I don't taste anything.
This is the Mexican pizza, Pizza Mexicana, which has like chorizo. Moving on to the special pepperoni. This one looks super good to me as well. It has some pepperoni, a lot of cheese, and mushrooms.
This is the ultimate pepperoni. I would say that it's on the cusp of having the ultimate amount of pepperoni. I think that the pepperonis are just not as evenly dispersed as I would like them to be. This slice in particular, I'm trying to point with my thumb. This is a really good slice because you can see how much pepperoni is on it. There's like a ton of pepperoni layers. That feels ultimate, but the rest of them, This is the Wisconsin 6 cheese, which as the name suggests, there are 6 cheeses on here. Those cheeses are mozzarella, Parmesan Asiago, cheddar, provolone, and feta.
Let's go with the 4 cheese pizza. This one has, I guess, 4 cheese. I wish I can count them, but like, I can't. Next, we have the chicken Hawaiian pizza. All right, I'm gonna try this sauce on the top. Let's do this. It's a little bit spicy. I think it's mango habanero, because it does taste like mango. Yep, it has pineapple and chicken. You can see the chicken over there. Yeah, not my favorite.
And lastly, we have the spinach and feta. This one has Alfredo sauce as the base. The US has quite a few chicken options, including the specialty chicken ones that are all boneless. I have never seen these before. I've never tried these before, so let's see what's going on. First, we have the crispy bacon and tomato. I guess part of the specialty aspect is that they have cheese minus these naked ones here at the end, but these all have cheese. These are the classic hot buffalo. This is the spicy jalapeno pineapple. This actually sounds pretty good. Like, it sounds like it would make a good pizza. It actually has a spicy mango habanero sauce, which also sounds delicious. I got all the toppings, I think. I actually really like the texture of this chicken. Like, I like the hard, crusty exterior. It is a little dry, but I think a dipping sauce could definitely help with that. This is good. And then we have the sweet barbecue bacon. I'm trying so hard not to call these the naked ones.
Call it the naked one.
Okay. And lastly, we have the naked boneless chicken. Whatever breading they use is pretty well seasoned, so I think these, even on their own, maybe with a little dipping sauce, would still be really flavorful.
We also have some exclusive chicken items. You can get chicken wings or boneless in 3 different flavors. You can get barbecue, boneless, or chicken wings, mango habanero boneless, or cayenne chicken wings and cayenne boneless. Each box comes with a little bag of blue cheese.
They also have traditional wings too, of course. We have hot buffalo. I do, as a person who orders Domino's pretty regularly, wish that they like tossed the wings themselves. I hate how they just come like kind of half sauced and you just have to do all the work. I just want them sauced. Just do it. That's really rude. I'm sorry. Next, we have the honey barbecue. These are the garlic parmesan wings. I don't feel good looking at these wings. They look kind of bad to me. And I'm not one of those people that's like, if food doesn't look good, I won't try it. No, these just look terrible. Moving on to sides, the US kind of dominates when it comes to Domino sides. We've got everything from tater tots to salads to pasta to sandwiches. Basically all of the foods that just aren't pizza. We have the Philly cheesesteak loaded tots. Next, we have the cheddar bacon loaded tots. These are the melty 3 cheese loaded tots. This basically feels like all the same stuff that we saw on the specialty chicken. So maybe they're just trying to use the same ingredients on a slightly different food. Moving on to the pastas. I wish you guys could smell what I smell right now. It's not good, and it doesn't look good either. We have chicken Alfredo. It's kind of tradition at this point for all of the Food Wars hosts to hate the pasta at Domino's, and I think you can see why.
I've heard from Joe that they are all terrible.
I think the pastas at Domino's are an absolute abomination.
This is the Italian sausage marinara. There's food underneath that layer of cheese. This looks like airplane food. This is the chicken carbonara. I don't think I've ever seen a carbonara with mushrooms in it. Or chicken, now that you mention it. And lastly, we have the pasta primavera. Moving on to sandwiches. There are a lot of them. I don't know who's going to Domino's for a sandwich, but they have plenty of options for you if you are. First up, we have the buffalo chicken. Again, doesn't look like there's any buffalo sauce on it. And there it is. This is the chicken habanero. This one has pineapple in it, which I will admit is pretty interesting to have on a sandwich. This is the Mediterranean veggie. It's got a lot of vegetables. This is the Philly cheesesteak. I think people from Philly would actually be super offended by this one. This is the chicken bacon ranch. This is the chicken parm. They use like non-breaded chicken for this. It just looks like grilled chicken. Domino's in the US also carries an Italian sandwich, which we were not able to get. We have two options for salad. There is the classic garden salad, and we also have the chicken Caesar salad. We have quite a few options of dressing. We have Caesar, there's balsamic with olive oil vinaigrette, golden Italian, and of course, we have ranch.
In Mexico, you can get only two exclusive sides. You can go with the papotas or the chorizo jalapeno cheesy bread. Okay, the papotas, it's potatoes. That's how we say potatoes, papotas. It has like some chili on it. That's very Mexican. And yeah, I'm gonna try one. It's like spicy but sour at the same time. I really like the spice that they put on it. It also comes with some cheddar cheese that you can dip on and some salsa brava.
I would love it if Domino's in the US added papotas to the menu. I feel like as a country, we love potatoes, we love French fries, but we don't give enough love to potato wedges. Why? They're good. And we can't forget the cheesy bread. We have some exclusive flavors. Here we have the pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. And this is the spinach and feta stuffed cheesy bread. Whoa! And we also have the twists and the bites, which are also just different kinds of breads. These are the Parmesan bread bites. They're trying to be garlic knots, but in reality, none of them are that girl. We do have a couple of dips, if you can believe. That's what this is. This is the cheesy marinara dip. And we also have the 5 cheese dip. These are actually not the exact same twist. At least I don't think they are because they're not labeled as such. The one in my right hand is supposed to be the Parmesan twist, and the one in my left is supposed to be the garlic twist. They look exactly alike to me. I have busted out the sauces because it's time for sauce talk.
Sauce talk.
We have marinara, hot buffalo. It's an American chain, so you know we gotta have ranch dressing, honey barbecue, just garlic, blue cheese, and the sweet icing, in case you're a sick little freak who wants to dip their pizza into icing. I'm just kidding, these are for the cinnamon twists.
For desserts, we have two options. You can go with canela bites, which is cinnamon bites, or you can get cajeta bite, which is kind of like dulce de leche made with goat's milk. This is the cajeta bites. Wow! Let me show you. It's actually looking super good. It has some cajeta or dulce de leche. Let's try this one. The white thing on the top, the cream, is very, very, very sweet. But the cajeta, it makes it like a perfect combination. So, very good. Good job, Domino's. All right, let's open the canela bites. These are the cinnamon bites. Well, this one comes with a lot of sugar on it and this sweet dip. All right, ready? This is like a commercial for Domino's.
I'm sold.
All right, so this is cinnamon dip. Honestly, it just tastes like bread with sugar. I'm staying with these ones. So much better.
The only exclusive dessert we have is the cinnamon bread twists, which come with a side of icing. I love like anything cinnamon. I love cinnamon buns. How can cinnamon sugar be bad? Yeah, these are still very good. But I feel like if you cover anything in cinnamon sugar, it's gonna taste good. I think it's just that and the dough. They're amazing. And also, this icing is really good. Domino's in the US carry Coke products, unlike in Mexico that has Pepsi. So we have regular Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Fanta Orange, and Dasani. But the real classic drink to get at a Domino's in the US is definitely the Coca-Cola 2-liter. This is such a school pizza party memory that I have. We would always get these big 2-liter Coke bottles.
In Domino's Mexico, we also have some exclusive drinks. We have 7-Up, we have Lipton Limon, we have Lipton Green Tea, we have Manzanita Sol, which is apple soda, we have Mirinda, which is orange soda, we have Pepsi, and just clean water. There is also some light versions of this drink that you can get, but for this time, we didn't find it. The Mexican Domino's website doesn't have any of the ingredients listed.
Domino's US does. A large pepperoni pizza with a 20-ounce Coke comes out to 540 calories. Add on an 8-piece order of hot wings, and that brings the total calorie count to 800. There are some strange ingredients like TBHQ, which is in some of the oils that Domino's uses here. The FDA deems TBHQ safe to consume, but with limits, which is something they do when there's either evidence that large quantities could be harmful or if there's too little safety evidence overall. Domino's has definitely had some issues with its ingredients in the past. In 2009, focus groups conducted by Domino's revealed that most people didn't like the pizza because of the lack of fresh ingredients and the cardboard-like crust. I disagree. I don't think it tastes like cardboard. Or maybe it's just very well seasoned cardboard. Sales were already in decline, and Domino's decided to come up with an entirely new pizza recipe. Every single ingredient was changed. They even used videos of the focus groups as an ad campaign to show how they took all of the feedback and hopefully now had a recipe that more people would enjoy. This project worked, and Domino's sales started to grow again.
In Mexico, a large pepperoni pizza will cost you 199 pesos, which is $11.56.
And a large pepperoni pizza in the US will cost you $15.99 or 275 pesos and 15 cents.
If you want to add a side of chicken wings and a large soda, that will cost 388 pesos, which is $22.55.
Here, all of that would cost $30.97 or 532 pesos and 92 cents. That is a 31% increase in price compared to Mexico. If that sounds way too expensive for what you're getting, it is. Domino's does usually have a bunch of coupons available on the website, so that's why I ate so much Domino's in college. I thought I was getting a good deal, but I think it's all trickery. Anytime you order Domino's, definitely check the coupon page because they have about 1 million for like any combination of an order that you want to create. But the coupons don't always save you money. Sometimes there will be disclaimers like this that say some crust types, toppings, sauces, and premium items may come with an additional charge.
I know in Mexico, Domino's have a lot of coupons. I know in some days, if you want to order a pizza, you just pay for one and then you get 2 pizzas, or you can get an extra side and stuff like that. I don't exactly know what the coupons are, like, exactly, but I know there is a lot of them.
Domino's is the most popular pizza chain in America, and I can see why. They've been around a really long time, and I grew up with it. It was a popular thing to have at slumber parties, school pizza parties. Everybody really likes Domino's. If you live in a place that doesn't have a lot of local pizzerias or just isn't known for pizzas, I feel like most people would gravitate towards Domino's as their go-to chain. It's perfectly dependable pizza.
Domino's in Mexico is super popular. Like, I feel like there's a lot of different stores around the city, so it's super easy to just call it and then, yeah, you get your pizza super fast. I remember a long time ago, it was like a promo or a coupon that if you don't get your pizza before the first 30 minutes that you order, it would be for free. They don't have it anymore. I asked today. They didn't have it.
I come upon Domino's all the time. I feel like you can find them mostly everywhere. The only thing that's a little weird about Domino's is that every single one I've been to is just a storefront. They don't really do seating or sit-down dinners. It's something that you order or you just order to take out.
I feel like in Mexico we usually have pizza during the weekends because it's like super easy to just call and then you get your pizza super fast and hot and it's good and it's cheap. So I feel like, yeah, it's like a weekend thing. The last time I got Domino's pizza, I feel like it was like a month ago. It was on Sunday. I remember I was watching a movie with a friend and we were just like, hey, you know what? Let's order a pizza.
Domino's definitely does try to adapt to local flavors here in America. We had like 5 states represented in the food we tried today. There was the Hawaiian pizza. We had so many Philly cheesesteak options. There was the Tennessee barbecue. We also had California thrown in there. So they do try to mimic flavors that are specific to certain states. Whether or not they're successful in doing that, I won't speak on it.
Yes, I feel like Domino's has been trying to adapt to the Mexican flavors, adding all the, for example, the jalapeno pizzas and all the spices on it. I mean, still, I don't feel like it's real Mexican salsas, but I think they try it pretty good. It's alright. I mean, it's just American pizza.
Aside from the pizza, I definitely think Domino's is mostly known for that cheesy bread, which is kind of just like the pizza without the sauce, but it's like better. It's almost better than the pizza, in my opinion.
I feel like the most popular item in Mexico would be the pepperoni pizza, just because it's the most classic one and easy to get. And I think it's the cheapest one. From calorie counts to portion sizes, we're gonna find out the difference between KFC USA and Mexico. This is Food Wars. In Mexico, our KFC chicken comes in 10 different portions. We have 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 6 pieces, and then we move on to the buckets. That actually, let me tell you something, we have a bigger portion than the one in USA. Here we have the buckets. We have one with 8 pieces, we have 12 pieces, we have 15 pieces, 16 pieces, and our biggest 18 pieces.
18-piece looks awesome, and I am jealous, Pancho. That's very impressive. I guess technically you can get any number of pieces you want in these combos, but still an 18-piece, mwah, I love it. You get a 1-piece on its own a la carte, then you can get a 2, 3, and 4-piece, all with a combo, which of course includes a side, a biscuit, and a drink. If that's not enough chicken for you, you can upgrade 2 buckets. You get yourself an 8-piece. Oh! A 12-piece. And 16-piece. Ready for this one? That is so gross.
I actually want to try one. Let's just do this one. These are my favorites. Let's try it. It looks crunchy. Let's go. It's actually very good. Like, I haven't eaten today. It's super juicy. It's crunchy. I feel like you guys can hear it. It's good.
While I'm here. As greasy as it looks, man. KFC is undefeated.
In Mexico, you can get the chicken nuggets on 5 different portions. You have 6 pieces, 8 pieces, 12 pieces, 25 pieces, and 35 pieces. Here we have 1, 2, and that's it. They mixed up our order, so we just have, I guess, the 35 and the 25.
Here in the US, they delivered all of the nuggets, and I am totally stoked. I love the nuggets here. In the US, 5 size options. You got the 5-piece, the 8-piece, the 12-piece, the 36-piece. Get a load of this, Mexico. The 50-piece. This, I love this so much. I didn't realize we had this until today ordering this food. This is me, Sunday morning, hungover, on the couch, laptop on my chest, watching YouTube, staring through the screen, just going to town on this.
Here we go. Okay, that's a lot of chicken nuggets. And there's something weird here. Like, can you see the colors? This is like brown, and this is like light brown. So, I don't know. It shouldn't be like different flavors. Let's just try it. I feel like they actually overcooked this.
KFC used to have popcorn chicken, and then they got rid of that and started doing nuggets. This is the size of a nugget. I don't remember how big or small a popcorn chicken was. I don't know exactly size-wise when a piece of chicken stops being popcorn and becomes a nugget. Either way, we have nuggets now. And they are so good.
In Mexico, you can find the fries in 4 different portions. We have papa chicas, that is small, and it's actually very small. There's like 5 fries in there. Can you see them? Then we have papas medianas, what is medium. It's a little bit more fries, like 6 more fries. Then we go to the grandes, what is big fries. It's a little bit better. Then we have the family size. Oh, familiar. That's how you say it in Spanish. Looks good. It has one ketchup. Only one ketchup for all this.
Our fries, 2 sizes, the individual and the large.
Now we're gonna weigh the family size. One more. That is 285 grams.
Ours weighs 293 grams. KFC doesn't get enough props for the fries. These fries, oof, so good.
Here we have our Kentucky chicken sandwich mayo. Actually, it's pretty big. I'm surprised. Let's put it here. 329 grams. Wow. Actually, from all the things that I tried today, this is my favorite. The bread is good. I like it a lot.
And of course, this work of art right here is the KFC chicken sandwich. Crispy, delicious, and ours weighs 255 grams. Oh, all right, okay. Mexico, you got a heartier sandwich. That's fine, but I think 255 grams for one sandwich is pretty nice.
Here's everything you will find at KFC Mexico, but not in the USA.
Here's everything at a KFC in the US you won't find in Mexico.
In Mexico, besides the secret recipe, you can find 4 different flavors. We have the cruji, we have the spicy barbecue, that is over here. We have the habanero, and we have the jalapeno. Let's try the cruji. Looks crispy and juicy. Very good. I'm gonna try the spicy barbecue. Very good. It's like sweet, but spicy, but it's actually very good. Should we try this one? This is the habanero. It's definitely more spicy than the other one that I tried. I feel like I like this one because I like spicy things. I feel like you guys missing out in USA. You guys should put this on the menu.
I would love to try that spicy barbecue and habanero chicken. That looks amazing. It probably isn't that much harder to make in the US than it is in Mexico. Whatever you guys do in Mexico, just send those spices or sauces up, please. I want to try that habanero chicken so bad. We have 3-ish exclusive chicken types, flavors, chicken styles here in the US. 2 that are location specific would be the grilled chicken and the hot and spicy. Now the grilled is obviously what grilled chicken looks like. The hot and spicy, I have had it before. It's not very spicy or hot. It was pretty good. I do like it. I wish it was available here in Southern California. But one thing that we do have that is throughout the country that is maybe similar to what you guys have, but not really. This is our extra crispy. I love the extra crispy. Actually, I think if it was up to me, this would be the default. And if you want to like less crispy or less fun, you can get what you saw before. But the crispy, just listen to this crisp. Fantastic flavor. I love it.
Fun fact, in Mexico, most people refer to KFC as Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like, we don't usually say KFC, we always say Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, these are my favorite. These are the que tiras. It's pretty much the chicken, how you say it in English? The chicken tenders. Yeah, we call it que tiras. It's like super popular here in Mexico. Everybody loves que tiras. And we have 4 different flavors. We have the classic one, just the regular crunchy. We have the jalapeno, looks spicy. We have the habanero, looks red. And we have the barbecue. No, I haven't tried the jalapeno. It tastes a lot of like jalapeno. I feel like I just buy the jalapeno. My favorite for sure, I feel like it should be this one, the habanero. Just because it's crunchy still. I'm just gonna try the barbecue now, just because I like it. Tiras. 4th place, it goes to jalapeno. Third place, I'm gonna put the basic one. Then the habanero, right? And first place, barbecue, my favorite.
Your tenders also look amazing. Wow, those flavors, I want those so bad. You guys are so lucky. Here again, I don't know. We're just going to specifics here. We have an extra crispy option of our tenders. You guys do not. Maybe it's the same as your regular. Who knows? Oh. Could have been the thought that counts, but not very crispy. Hello. Nice try, though.
On to the sandwiches. In Mexico, we actually have a much bigger selection of sandwiches than the USA. We have the Kentucky chicken sandwich, chipotle bacon. We have the Kentucky chicken sandwich barbecue bacon. We have the Kentucky chicken sandwich mayo spicy, the cruncher, and the big crunch. We also have the Quetiras chicken sandwich, but they forgot to put it in, so we don't have it.
Mexico, you just want it. If you just want to microdose chicken sandwiches, KFC in the US has you covered. This is the Chicken Little. This one is the spicy chicken sandwich. Guys, I mean, you clearly have spice down over there, so, but here in the US, it's hard to get a really good spicy chicken sandwich. So good. Chicken, of course, is crispy, cooked perfectly. Enough sauce on here to give it spice without making it too overwhelming. I love the bun. I mean, it's fantastic. I've been singing the praise of KFC's chicken sandwiches, both spicy and regular, for years on this show because it's fantastic. It might be the best one you can get in fast food. KFC. Ooh, this is still really crispy. All right. Heard that front? Yeah. The top two, Popeyes and KFC. And I want to say, at any given day, it could be Popeyes 1, KFC 2. Those guys are neck and neck.
On to the sides. Well, actually, in Mexico, we have one side that you guys don't have in USA, which is the cheesy fries that I'm showing you a picture right here because we tried to order twice and for some reason we didn't get it. So there's a picture. Hopefully I try it someday.
We have sweet corn that you can get. Corn off the cob. Yeah, of course, great. Hey, Mexico, this ridiculous thing in front of me is called the famous bowl. It's a self-proclaimed famous bowl. Might be more of an infamous bowl. Here's what it is. It's pretty much a combination of all the sides in one thing. This tub is almost filled to the top with mashed potatoes, then covered in gravy. So already right there, you're like, that's a lot of mashed potatoes and gravy. They didn't stop there. They also put corn on here, and chicken nuggets, used to be popcorn chicken, and cheese, and is that everything? Yeah, and I mean, I understand people like all these things assembled on a plate, and I understand that it is kind of hard to eat KFC on the go, people who want to bring it back for lunch, and get a little messy. So I guess I understand why this was invented, but just looked so sad. But let me get a bite of everything. So it tastes fine. It's all those things I like in a bowl that's kind of weird. Last thing I'll show off is a pot pie. Look at this, Mexico. Look at this, guys. This is a side. This is not a side. This is a meal right here. Pot pies are a staple of Southern cuisine. So you see how Kentucky Fried Chicken, kind of like unearth it or open it up. And inside you have almost like a thick, hearty chicken stew almost. Previous at KFC episodes, I kind of lay into the Popeye, but it's actually growing on me. It's not bad, it's just not even my top 10 things I would get at KFC.
In Mexico, we have a few exclusive sauces. So you know what that means. Sauce talk.
Sauce talk.
We have Texas barbecue, chipotle ahumado, that means smoked chipotle. We have jalapeno, fresa, that is strawberry, mango furioso, which is furious mango, and sweet chili. We also have one that we're missing right here, is the buffalo intenso.
Somewhat good news and bad news. The good news is we have 3, possibly 4 exclusive KFC US sauces. The bad news, they only gave me 1. So I'll start with this one and then explain the other one. You can get a honey barbecue here in the US. It's nice, it's sweet, a little smoky. Definitely recommend it if you're in the US and want to try it. Also in the US, you can get a side of honey. You also get a hot sauce, which they forgot.
For desserts in Mexico, you can get half a liter or a liter of ice cream. But they didn't have that today because the machine was broken or something. And you also can get pies. What is apple pie or cheese pie blackberry. Okay, the pie looks like this. It's like a small little baby pie. It's alright, it's sweet, but it's dry.
On to desserts. 2 exclusive desserts you can get at the KFC in the US. The Colonel's Homestyle Brownie. I'm losing it. It's the chicken. And the chocolate chip cake. We've done the cake a million times. Have we done this before? I don't know if I remember. Let me get a little browage here. It has this wonderful, like, gooey texture to it. But it's not, like, too sticky, you know? Yeah.
In Mexico, you can find 6 different types of drinks. You can find Coca-Cola, Coke Zero, Fanta, Sprite, Sidral Mundet, which is apple soda, and Fuse tea.
Exclusive drinks. In the US, our KFC does Pepsi products. Mexico does Coke products. To be honest, I didn't know about this until yesterday when I put in this order. But currently, right now, at the KFC, I don't know if this is national or just in my part of the country, but they're adding blackberry flavoring to any one of their fountain drinks. And I'm like, hell yes. The problem is I visually can't tell which are which, so I'm gonna go through the hits here and see what's what. And there's blackberry Pepsi. This one is, oh, what is that? You know what this is? This is the Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning and blackberry flavor. And wow. That's a girl. I'm putting that down there. This one right here we have, I think it's Diet Pepsi. This blackberry flavoring is like frying my brain. Starry. Not a big Starry guy, but actually, that's not the bad. I think this is the blackberry lemonade. This might be blackberry Starry, yeah. Okay, this one I can tell just by the color is Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. I love Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning. I know I have the palate of a 14-year-old boy, but it's great. America, listen to me. I don't know why this is available right now as we're filming this towards the end of March, and I don't know if it's going to be available when this video comes out. So somehow, if you have the blackberry edition flavoring to your drinks at your local KFC, do it. The ones that I think I enjoyed were the blackberry lemonade, the blackberry Sweet Lightning. Hey, the blackberry Starry actually did it for me. So if you can add, I think if you add blackberry to any one of the citrusy ones, it's legit.
Here we have our chicken sandwich combo that comes with a medium drink and medium fries. This cost 139 pesos.
That meal in the US is $10.99.
Mexico's biggest menu item, it's the 18 pieces bucket that comes with 18 pieces of chicken, 4 biscuits, 3 sides, and a big drink. That costs 629 pesos.
Our closest meal to that size is the 16-piece, which comes with only 16 pieces of chicken, 4 sides, but 8 biscuits, and is $50.99. The 2 fewer chicken pieces and extra biscuit puts this meal's cost 41% higher than the Mexican meal. But in the US, we have an even more expensive meal. That's the 16-piece tenders meal, which runs $52.99 and includes 16 tenders, 4 sides, any biscuits, and 8 dipping sauces. I don't know if it includes a drink or not. This is the one I'm drinking. I'm telling you, this blackberry stuff, it's addictive.
According to Uber Eats, if we recreate this order in Mexico, it will come up to 1,044 pesos, which is around $61. So how does KFC compare in price to our chicken chains in Mexico? Let's look at Pollo Feliz, which has over 850 branches in Mexico. At Pollo Feliz, half roasted chicken with sauce, tortillas, totopos, and a drink costs 196 pesos. A similar order in KFC, the 3-piece combo, it costs 125 pesos, a 36% decrease in price. In Mexico, the average salary as of 2023 was around 349,000 pesos, or $20,340 a year, which breaks down to 29,200 pesos. or $1,695 per month. So the average Mexican consumer will probably choose a less expensive meal, especially when over 36% of Mexicans are living in poverty as of 2022. I feel like KFC in Mexico, we look at it like just like fast food, regular fast food, fried chicken. I feel like it will go like cheap option. I feel like KFC in Mexico, if you compare with other chains, it will come out like USA option. Because here we have Pollo Feliz, what I feel like is more Mexican. Like for me in specific, I feel like it doesn't feel like real chicken. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I was little, my mom was always buying Pollo Feliz or like homemade chicken, stuff like that. So I feel like for me, KFC, it feels a little bit like plastic. I feel like KFC is trying to adapt to the Mexican market, adding all these sauce, like for example, the jalapeno, the habanero. It's getting the spice, I guess. It's pretty good actually, but still, I don't feel like it feels real Mexican food.
In the US, KFC is dominating when it comes to locations if you compare it to the other two competitor chicken restaurants, Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. KFC has 4,349 locations, Popeyes has 3,138 locations, and Chick-fil-A has 3,059 locations. However, if you look at market share for each of these franchises, it's actually the quite opposite. In 2023, Chick-fil-A was number one with Popeyes and then KFC. You should be comparing Chick-fil-A to like McDonald's and Burger King, which it is still holding its own, but I think KFC, Popeyes, they're a different animal, in my opinion. Convenience-wise, I think it's pretty convenient. I mean, I love fried chicken, and there's plenty of standalone independent fried chicken places here in LA. But with KFC, I mean, you're getting a lot quicker than a lot of these places. Is it better or worse than those? Hard to say. It's good for what it is. It's fast food. KFC's menu is weird. Ever since the pandemic, they've been taking things off of the menu without telling anyone and putting other things on the menu without telling anyone. If you watch the KFC episodes that we've done, I think the first one we did was in 2020. They had popcorn chicken, that's gone. Now they have nuggets. Yeah, the nuggets are good. They had wings, those are gone, which is nuts. Why they don't have wings? I mean, come on. I would love to see a little more innovation with KFC. I think it's maybe one of the reasons why they're not doing so hot anymore, guys. But yeah, so whenever they change the menu, it's just like, whatever. In the US, how you get your chicken affects the amount of calories you consume. Let's use a breast, for example, in 4 different skin styles. On average, the calorie amount for a Kentucky grilled breast, 210 calories. If you did the spicy crispy, it'd be 350 calories. An original breast, 390 calories, but an extra crispy breast would be 530 calories. Yes, that much more. The extra crispy has 152% more calories than the Kentucky grilled. One piece of chicken contains 1,150 milligrams of sodium, which is 50% your daily recommended intake. I do believe it. I've been picking bites of chicken, and it is very salty. Let's make it a meal. I'm going to do a 3-piece, extra crispy, 2 breasts and a wing, fries, and a medium Pepsi. The total is 1,800 calories, and the sodium of this is 3,800 milligrams. Ooh, that's a salty meal.
Unfortunately, it's hard to find the nutritional info from KFC Mexico, but we find a third-party site that provides that information for some of the items. First, the chicken. For the original recipe breast is 320 calories. A leg on average is 120 calories. If we make it a 3-piece meal with a mashed potatoes and a Coke, it comes up to 1,080 calories.
In the US, our original recipe chicken has all of these ingredients. And our fries have a lot of stuff as well.
KFC in Mexico does not provide ingredient info. Maybe you noticed that one ingredient that we're missing is corn. Well, US corn. Mexico said last year that will no longer import corn from USA and Canada. Mexico has already banned to grow genetically modified corn. Recently, Mexico also banned GMO corn from being imported. About 90% of corn grown in the USA is genetically modified. So...
Hey, we eat it here all the time, and we're fine, but whatever. The ban specifically targets corn meant for human consumption. Animal feed is still allowed as of September 2023. We know that Mexico can grow its own corn, and the assumption is that KFC in Mexico would use Mexican corn, right? At this point, I'm purely speculating, but perhaps KFC or Yum Brands has yet to strike a deal with Mexico's corn distributors. Who knows? But as of the writing and shooting of this video, there is no corn on Mexico's KFC menu. From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find all the differences between Burger King in the US and Mexico. This is Food Wars. In the US, our drinks come in 4 sizes. Unless you get it on Uber Eats, then you only get 2. So today I do have our medium and large.
In Mexico, drinks come in 3 different sizes. Chico, which is small, mediano, medium, or grande, which is large.
Yeah, come on, it's not even 32. It's really 38, looks like 31 from my angle. I'm generous, gonna go 31, but that's still way, way less than it's supposed to be.
All right, passing the 400, passing the 500 milliliters, passing the 600 milliliters, exactly to 700 milliliters. Burger King, we're missing some soda here.
Mexico and USA, one thing we can unanimously agree on is that Burger King's drinks are not as much as advertised. Shame on you, Burger King, in both countries.
In Mexico, fries come in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large.
Burger King fries in the US also come in 4 sizes, and poof, we only got 2. Again, Uber Eats. Why only the medium and large?
So the large fries comes up to 125 grams.
I will weigh our medium and large now, 138 grams. This is more than their biggest. That's really funny. Our large, 168. In the US, we have 3 nugget size options. Down here, you can get yourself a 4-piece, double it, pass it on, you get yourself an 8-piece, double it and pass it on, a 16-piece. It came in bags, we counted. It's the right amount.
In Mexico, you can only get 1 size of chicken nuggets. The 10 pieces nuggets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay!
Here's everything you can find on a menu at a US Burger King and not in Mexico.
Here is everything you find in the menu in Mexico, but you won't find in the USA.
Here in the US, we have quite a few burgers you can't get in Mexico. This is a selection of some of them. Starting down here, a Whopper waits. If we notice on the website, in Mexico currently, the Whopper is a Whopper with cheese. So I'm assuming if you want to get a Whopper with no cheese in Mexico, you'd have to go, give me a Whopper with cheese, hold the cheese. Here it's opposite, where you get a Whopper, and if you want it with cheese, you ask for cheese. Our standard Whopper doesn't come with cheese, their standard does, so exclusive. Now both have a double Whopper, but we in America have a triple Whopper, which, as you guessed, is 3 patties of beef. What are you doing, Burger King? This is way too much beef. The beef to toppings and everything else ratio, way off, way too much, skip it. Also, ooh yeah, the Bacon King. They got 2 patties, bacon, and the burgers suddenly get a lot smaller. Bacon double cheeseburger, 2 patties of beef and bacon. I feel like these are getting smaller. I feel like they're subtly making these a little bit smaller, or maybe because I've never seen one next to a bigger sandwich, but if that's too much beef and cheese, get a bacon cheeseburger. And then moving down here, like we're shedding filling as we move this way. This is, what is this? This double cheeseburger. Ah, we got rid of the bacon. Just double. This stuff is all stuck together. And finally, what do we think this is going to be? I think we're just getting down to a cheeseburger, yeah.
Here we have all the exclusive beef burgers that you can find in Mexico. Extreme, Whopper Barbecue, Whopper Jalapeno Popper, Angry Whopper, Whopper with cheese, Stacker King, Stacker Chipotle, Big King, and Long Rodeo. Let's talk about the Stacker King. Look at this huge burger. This one has 3 meats, but you actually can get it with 4 meats, so it will be probably huge. That was a lot of meat. This is definitely a beast burger. Let's talk about the Stacker Chipotle. This one has 2 meats, onion rings, bacon, cheese, and chipotle sauce. I'm just gonna try the salsa to see if it's actually spicy. Okay, it has like a little spice aftertaste. The meat has something hard. It was nasty. We move on to the Long Rodeo. It's like a mix between a sandwich and a burger. It has cheese, barbecue sauce, and onion rings. This is the Whopper Jalapeno Popper. Look at this burger. It actually looks super big as well. I can see some lettuce, mayo. What is this? These are the jalapeno peppers. Mmm. You also have some jalapeno, bacon, and cheese. I like the jalapeno. You give it like the spicy vibe from Mexico. Also the jalapeno croquettes, or whatever this is, the jalapeno poppers. It's actually super good.
Yo, that jalapeno Papa burger looks good. I would like to try that. That seems like something we would do here in the US. Both US and Mexico have a plant-based burger. Here, ours is called the Impossible Whopper because it's made with a branded plant-based meat by Impossible Foods. Let's take a look at that. A Whopper. I mean, I would think that that was beef. Oh, actually, on this side, not so much. Because this side had the grill marks. I'm like, yeah, that looks right. And then this side, ugh.
In Mexico, we call it Whopper Vegetal, and the patty is processed by a company called the Vegetarian Butcher. This actually tastes like regular meat. Like, actually, if I didn't know this was a veggie burger, I would think it's just a regular beef burger.
On to the chicken and fish options. Starting down here, you can get a BK Royal Crispy Chicken. Now, I don't know how it is down in Mexico, but here in the US, we've been fighting this chicken sandwich war for seemingly years now. Every fast food chain suddenly had a bunch of varieties of chicken sandwich. It used to be one, now every place has like 5 or 6 at least. Yeah, it's a crispy chicken sandwich. Looks like a pretty good piece of meat. It's drowning in this mayo. Lettuce and tomato. I don't know why exactly makes this a royal. You can also get a spicy version of it. You can tell it's spicy because it's redder, right? Here's a weird thing. Bacon and Swiss. I mean, bacon and Swiss are fine. That seems like a weird choice for their third chicken sandwich. Out of all the ones you had, the bacon and Swiss is the one that survived. Down here, though, this has been on the menu for a while. The original chicken sandwich, the tubular one. They pretty much made a McChicken in a different shape. They also have wraps at Burger King right now. This is the classic BK Royal Crispy Wrap. I'm assuming it's this in wrap form. And moving on from land to sea, you can get yourself a big fish burger. Ah, yes, fish. The chicken of the sea. Why is it square? There's no square fish. And McDonald's is the same thing. I've not been clear on why we just unanimously agreed that a processed fish sandwich is a square.
We also have some exclusive chicken sandwiches. 3 cheese and bacon, a spicy ranch, classic crispy king, king of chicken, and we also have another option. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in the menu this time, which is the crispy chicken with cheese.
Burger King in the US has always had a very extensive breakfast menu. Now, I wasn't gonna get everything today, I just got a few of the mains. Down at this end, like any good fast food burger place, they got breakfast sandwiches. You can get their breakfast sandwiches in either biscuit or croissant form. Start with the biscuit. The one I got today, I believe, was the regular sausage, egg, and cheese. I'm not quite sure. These are just so dry, they're impossible to eat. What I do like a lot more, though, are these, the croissantwiches. A croissant sandwich, croissantwich. It's not bad. Delivers what it promises. Hey, Mexico, guess what? You can get breakfast burritos at our Burger Kings. First, we have the small one, I guess is the regular or breakfast burrito junior. Cheese, hash brown, half a sausage, and egg. Look in there. This is the junior one, by the way. If you want the big boy, they have the egg-normous burrito. Oh, this one has bacon, though. Sausage and bacon, cheese, egg, tater tots. You've seen them already inside the burritos. Here they are outside of the burritos. The I guess, tater tots, breakfast tots, potato tots. We'll go ahead and call them hash browns. Get them small, medium, large. Comes with any one of the sandwiches as a side. I do like them, easier to eat. And we also have something down here that I think it's a pretty good idea. I don't know if I'm completely sold on its taste. Don't know how popular French toast is in Mexico, but here, people love it. But usually a French toast is, the toast squares. You get it at brunch, powdered sugar, you sit down in front of it, etc. Burger King went ahead and put it in stick form and gives you a syrup dipping sauce. How do I feel about this? It's an inventive idea. I don't know how many other places are doing this, but it's funny to be like, how can we take something that's popular at breakfast and make it like accessible to eat on the train or in your car? I don't dislike it. If you're interested, check them out, but me personally, I think they're just okay.
You also can get some breakfast options in Burger King Mexico. Actually, some of these are supposed to have eggs on it, but we got there too late and they didn't have any more eggs. This is the premium breakfast. This is the king breakfast. This is the meat lovers breakfast. Hot cakes, extra long egg and bacon, ham and cheese croissant, and egg croissant.
We have a lot of exclusive sides in the US, starting down here with chicken fries. Fries? Chicken fries. You thought this was a regular fry? Take a closer look, Mexico. Take a closer look. That's chicken meat, baby. Depending on what part of the country you're currently in, you can get ghost pepper chicken fries. We did not have them. Wasn't available where we're at. We do, however, have these like fiery nuggets. Feel a little bit in the back of my throat. Definitely has a nice flavor to it. These are not tater tots, these are cheesy tots, which I'm assuming means that they have cheese in the middle of them. I mean, they have mozzarella sticks too. Throwing mom and dad a bone. Here's something for the kids. Good on ya. You can also get a dipping marinara sauce.
Our exclusive sides in Mexico are boneless barbecue, boneless buffalo, boneless Carolina Reaper sauce, and Supreme Pops. I'm gonna show you the Supreme Pops. Supreme Pops are fries with barbecue sauce, bacon, and onions. Just another option for fries. Okay, so this is one of the boneless with Carolina Reaper sauce. These are supposed to be like super spicy. I'm gonna try it right now. It's actually spicy, like very spicy. It's getting there. Okay.
Looking for something a little sweet here in the US? We have a few exclusive desserts. Starting down here, it's the Sunday pie. Not Sunday of the day of the week, but Sunday like ice cream sundae, right? Yo. Ooh. And that is what I'm talking about. Also, what they have in the US is a Oreo shake. Ladies and gentlemen, I say this all the time. I feel it bears repeating. I didn't know this until I started doing this show, and now that I know this, it has changed my entire outlook on popular cookie branded shakes at all the fast food places. The thing about this that you need to understand, Mexico, is that this isn't a vanilla shake with I guess like Oreo crumbles or anything in it. It's a shake. The cream flavoring of the cream inside an Oreo, is that what this is? So it's like an Oreo cream filling flavored shake. And it's so fantastic. I almost always go for the Oreo shake.
In Mexico, we love desserts, and you can find a lot of options in Burger King. Here we have two. This is the apple pie, and this is the Nutella King Fusion. It has vanilla ice cream and Nutella sauce. Very tasty, very refreshing.
I got sauces in front of me. You know what that means.
It's time for sauce talk.
Sauce talk.
Exclusive sauces here in the US, starting down here, our barbecue sauce. The standard barbecue sauce across all fast food places is always the sweet barbecue, which I'm fine with. It's great. Buffalo sauce, better for Dunkin' chicken, but I don't know if I would want that anything other than chicken, but with fries is okay. Honey mustard sauce. Don't know why honey mustard got so popular. I'm not into it. Sweet and sour? Yeah, sweet and sour's nice. Ranch. We love our ranch. We're dipping everything in ranch. To me, ranch tastes the same pretty much everywhere, but I will say that ranch is actually pretty good.
Jalapeno sauce, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, sweet and sour sauce, barbecue sauce, and maple syrup.
We have so many exclusive drinks here in the United States. We have Coke products. You can get Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, Dr. Pepper, which I did get because I love Dr. Pepper. We also have Fanta Orange. Yo! We also have Sprite. Burger King also has frozen drinks. We have a Coca-Cola one and a wild cherry one. So I haven't touched these, but they have melted since we've been shooting. But I do recall these showing up looking like this, right? Yeah, these were at no point nice. We also have these Honest Kids apple juices. We also have BK iced coffee. Ugh! And get a bottle of water.
Our drink options are 7-Up, Pepsi, Manzanita Sol, which is apple soda, Mirinda, which is orange soda, just regular water, and orange juice. Manzanita Sol. So this right here is Manzanita Sol, which is an apple soda. It's very popular in Mexico. Everybody knows Manzanita Sol. And yeah, you usually drink it when it's a hot day and you wanna refresh your body. Mirinda right here. This is an orange soda. It's super popular Actually, I used to drink a lot of this when I was a little kid. This is, yeah, super popular as well, and it's very tasty.
Let's compare the nutrition of foods available in both countries.
On the Mexico Burger King website, some of the nutritional food is listed and some is not. Some of the items will list the calories and others will not. And even when you can see the calories, there is no other information provided. The Double Whopper contains 1,000 calories, which is a lot.
The US provides all its nutritional information on its website. So you can see that the Double Whopper burger contains 920 calories, 58 grams of total fat, 54 grams of carbs, 13 grams of sugar, and, oh boy, 1,240 milligrams of sodium. But you're wondering, I want calories! Burger King has you covered with, just slide it over, the Bacon King Burger. How about internet, you want to guess how many calories this are? I'll tell you in 3. Wrong. 1,200 calories in this one sandwich.
In Mexico, there is a premium breakfast, which contains 1,023 calories. Burger King first came to Mexico in 1991.
There are 413 Burger King restaurants throughout Mexico, which is an iota of the 6,729 Burger King restaurants in the US.
In Mexico, 22,000 Whoppers are sold every day. And in the world, it's over 5.5 million. The 3 best-selling burgers in Mexico are the Whopper, Whopper with cheese, and cheeseburger.
By every metric you can measure both Burger King and McDonald's by, McDonald's is winning. With the exception, I would say, the Whopper and maybe 1 or 2 other things on the Burger King menu we've seen today, there's nothing at a Burger King that you can't get a better version of at a McDonald's or a Wendy's or even the Chick-fil-A.
Burger King has been trying to adapt to the Mexican food culture. In 2022, they added guacamole to the burgers. What I think is a very good option because we love guacamole. If you've ever been in Mexico City, you know traffic is insane. In 2019, there was a campaign from Burger King where you can order your food and you can get delivered straight to your car in the traffic. It was called the Traffic Jam Whopper. For that, you have to order the food through their app. There is a catch though. The app have to see that you were stuck in traffic for more than 30 minutes and that there was a Burger King within 1.8 miles of your car. And the campaign only lasted 1 month. But I think it was a great idea considering the bad traffic in Mexico City.
We compared some of Burger King's classic menu items to see if there's any difference in price. Here we have the BK Whopper. In the US, it'll cost you $7.89.
Since we only have the Whopper with cheese, we're gonna use this one as a reference. In Mexico, this costs 99 pesos or $5.71. So we have more cheese, but it's still cheaper here.
From exclusive items to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Coca-Cola in the US and Mexico. This is Food Wars. In the US, Classic Coke comes in these sizes. First, we have the 6-pack of the mini cans. These are 7.5 fluid ounces each. We have a 10-pack of that same exact size. Next, we have the regular sized can. So this is a 12-pack of 12 fluid ounces. Then we have the big boy. This is a 24-pack of the 12 fluid ounce cans. Here we have the 6-pack of the 16.9 fluid ounce bottles. We have one 20 fluid ounce size. We have the 1.25 liter bottle, and then we have the 2 liter bottle. 3 liter Coca-Cola bottles do exist here in America, but they're very hard to find. Like, you won't find them at a regular grocery store.
In Mexico, you can find the classic Coca-Cola on so many different sizes, and this is what we were able to find. We have this baby one, 200 milliliters. This one is 235 milliliters, 355 milliliters, 600 milliliters, 1.35 liters, 1.75 liters, 2.75 liters, and the biggest one, the Queen, 3 liters. We also have these baby cans that come with 235 milliliters. They're the same as this one, but baby ones.
So in front of me, I have 3 mugs. One is filled with regular Coca-Cola, one is Diet Coke, and one is Coke Zero. So now we are going to put my taste buds to the test, and I'm gonna try and guess which is which.
We have Coke Zero, we have Coca-Cola Light, and we have the classic Coca-Cola.
Already it doesn't smell like regular Coke to me. I think that's Diet Coke.
This is the first one. I will say this one is the regular Coca-Cola.
That's Coke Zero, I think.
All right, second one. This tastes very different. I would say this is the Coca-Cola Light. Just because I remember my mom used to drink a lot of this, and I remember I didn't like the taste at all, and this tastes similar to that.
I think that's regular. Okay.
All right. If I'm right, this should be the Coca-Cola Zero. It's also a different taste. It is like the one between this one that I don't like the taste and that one, which I think is the regular Coca-Cola. So I would say regular Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola Light, and Coca-Cola Zero. I didn't like this one, which is the Coke Zero. And I usually drink Coke Zero, so now I'm confused.
I think this is regular. I think that's Coke Zero, and I think that's Diet Coke. Yay! Yes! I did it. Thank you. That's the only cool skill I have. Here are most of the Coca-Cola items from the US that you won't find in Mexico.
Here we have some of the different Coca-Colas that we found. We have this Coca-Cola Cherry that I'm guessing is imported from the USA. Also the vanilla one that also is imported from the USA. We have Coke Zero with cherry. And these two, they're like a special edition can. This one is K-Wave special edition, and this one is League of Legends.
In the US, you'll find Coca-Cola Cherry Vanilla. I couldn't find it anywhere. The 5 DoorDashers I hired couldn't find it anywhere. So what I did was went down to a Coke Freestyle machine and just got the cherry vanilla flavor on there, and it should taste the same, if not very similar. Let's take a little sippy. I can't resist a fountain soda. That's really good. It's really, really good. And I usually don't like the vanilla flavor in Coca-Cola, but the cherry balances it out so well.
Okay, I'm gonna try the vanilla. I'm very excited. Let's open this. I like the sound. Ready? Where's the mic? All right, cheers. I wish it was like cold, because it's not that cold. I actually really like it. It's very good. It's like sweet, but it has like that aftertaste, that after vanilla taste. Very nice.
At one point, we also had Coca-Cola Georgia Peach and Coca-Cola California Raspberry. This is what those looked like. I'm pretty sure that they've been discontinued, but I did find this. This, I believe, is a Chinese Coca-Cola that has a peach flavor, so I thought we could just try it since I didn't get to try the Georgia Peach. Help! All right, pretend that didn't happen. It smells very strongly of artificial peach. It smells exactly like a bag of peach rings. Bottoms up. And it tastes how it smells. That is not my favorite. I just feel like Coke is good as is, and them adding all these extra flavors feels a little unnecessary, but I have to give credit to experimenting.
Let's try this one, the K-Wave Special Edition. Here we go again. It has like a different flavor. I don't know what that is, but it's like a candy. It's like, it doesn't taste like regular Coca-Cola at all. These little candies, like with different colors, it tastes like that. It's all right, I wouldn't buy it.
There's also the Coca-Cola Creations line. These are limited edition Coke product variants. They're not permanent, and the flavors have been pretty interesting. The most recent flavor we had was Coca-Cola Y3000, which was co-created with artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, I couldn't find this anywhere. I have a feeling it's already been discontinued, but here's what the internet had to say about it. We are on Reddit. I feel like I have to say that immediately up top. Just some of these are weird. So a lot of people are saying that it tastes like Tutti Frutti. I see people saying that it tastes like the Tutti Frutti jelly bean. Somebody said I was thinking strawberry yogurt to BH, garbage either way. That is the most disturbing description of a soda I've ever heard. Strawberry yogurt soda. So it's a soda that tastes like a candy that is trying to taste like a soda. I definitely get the notes of Jelly Belly jelly beans, but it's difficult to place which ones. It's like you grabbed a handful of them all at random and ate them without looking at what you were putting in your mouth. It tastes like I licked the outside of an apartment complex. How do you even know what that is? It tastes like dog water. All I'm getting from this is that maybe AI should stay out of the soda business because this sounds awful. Our last exclusive flavor here in the US is Coca-Cola Spiced, which I believe has a raspberry sort of flavor. I will say right off the bat, it smells like a candle. So that gives me pause. Isn't that so satisfying how a mini can fits perfectly in this cup? I just don't know why they would do this. Okay, cheers. I have no words. Not even the ice, I think, is saving this for me. All I taste is artificial raspberry. It doesn't even taste that much like Coke. The Coke, I guess, bones of the beverage, they're not there. I mostly just taste, this tastes like a completely different soda. It kind of tastes like a Fanta or something to me. I don't see this lasting very long either. Aside from exclusive flavors, we also have a few other options. So of course we have Diet Coke here. It's very popular. You can find this in Mexico, but I do think that Coke Light might be more popular. We also have several versions of caffeine-free Coke. This is the caffeine-free Diet Coke. It was all I was able to find today, but it comes in these cute little gold cans, which I think is so fun. Coke Zero is also very popular here. You'll find a lot of different Coke flavors with the Coke Zero formula. This is Cherry Coke Zero, which is all I was able to find today, but they also have Cherry Vanilla and the vanilla flavor in Zero. Both Diet Coke and Coke Zero are calorie-free, but they taste different. Coke Zero is supposed to taste more like regular Coke, while Diet Coke is supposed to have a lighter taste.
In Mexico, we also have Coke Zero, but our version of Diet Coke is Coca-Cola Light. Coca-Cola Light is actually different from Diet Coke. It comes down to the sweeteners. Diet Coke contains aspartame. Coca-Cola Light also contains aspartame and a lot of different ingredients that you can find in the bottle, but I'm gonna put it right here.
I also did purchase a Mexican Coke just to do a little taste test between this and the regular Coca-Cola we have here in America. I'm always excited to see Coca-Cola in a glass bottle like this. I just think, doesn't this look so much cuter? It's so aesthetically pleasing. I have my Mexican Coke. I have my regular American Coke. Okay, first let's take a sip of this. It's really good. Let me just go a little, let's do a little back and forth, okay? You good? I think the caffeine is hitting me. This might be a little bit of a hot take. I do feel like the Mexican Coke has more of a Pepsi vibe to me, a Pepsi flavor, probably because it's slightly different ingredients. This to me is what I always think of as like the Coke formula, but this is just what I grew up with. So it's different, still good, but it's different.
We also have Coca-Cola with coffee, or how we call it, Coca-Cola con café. But unfortunately, we didn't find it on the store, so I'm gonna show you a picture.
Let's go back to the Coke Freestyle machines for a second. They're these touch-screen soda fountains that carry 165 different Coke products and give you the ability to try flavors that you won't normally find in stores. I'm getting married soon, and you have no idea how bad I want to put one of these on our wedding registry. I want one in my home. Let's go through the options we have for regular Coke. We've got cream soda, cherry, cherry vanilla, lemon, lime, orange, raspberry, vanilla, orange vanilla, and now tropical, which I am dying to try. Let's compare the nutritional values between a can of Coca-Cola in the US and a Mexican Coke. A can of Coke in the US contains 140 calories, 0 grams total fat, 45 milligrams of sodium, and 39 grams of total carbs.
If you drink 100 milliliters of this, you will get 42 calories. Also, you will get 10.5 grams of sugar, 10.5 grams of added sugar. You will get 0 grams of total fat and 10 grams of sodium. Saying that it's only if you drink 100 milliliters. It will be pretty much if you drink only this portion of the can.
What about caffeine content? A can of Coke in the US contains 34 milligrams of caffeine. A can of Diet Coke contains even more with 46 milligrams.
A regular can of Mexican Coca-Cola also contains 34 milligrams of caffeine.
Here's everything in a classic Coke in the US. We've got carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, and caffeine.
Here's everything you find in a classic Coke in Mexico. Carbonated water, cane sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, and caffeine.
Now, this isn't the entire ingredient list. The actual Coke formula is top secret. Back in 1886, when John Pemberton invented Coca-Cola, the formula was kept tightly under wraps. They wouldn't even write it down. But eventually they did write it down, and now the top secret Coca-Cola recipe lives in a vault at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta. It's like a Coke museum. You can try all sorts of Cokes from around the world.
US Coke contains high fructose with syrup. Mexican Coke contains cane sugar. So the main difference between Coca-Cola USA and Mexico is the sweeteners that they use.
Cane sugar is natural and high fructose corn syrup is very much not.
Sugar is actually been a big point of contention between the US and Mexico. To save their sugar industry, Mexico actually tried to stop the import of high fructose with syrup so many times.
Coca-Cola is a huge fixture in American culture. I feel like almost more an iconography than the actual soda itself. The soda itself is extremely popular here. It's the #1 soda in the country, so we definitely love it. And that's not just in America. I think Coca-Cola has become so iconic that you can recognize it almost anywhere, no matter where you're from. Coca-Cola is so ingrained in American culture. We see it all the time in movies and TV shows, and especially when Christmas comes around, I think I see Coca-Cola everywhere, in commercials with the little polar bears, and of course, Santa Claus, and we have one. Coca-Cola actually had a big part in what we think of as Santa Claus. I think they hired an artist back in the day to work on a Santa Claus image for their product, and this is like the Santa Claus we all think of now, this like rosy-cheeked, white-bearded guy. Usually restaurants or other businesses like movie theaters have exclusive partnerships with either Coke or Pepsi. These exclusivity contracts are a good way for businesses to cut costs since there's usually a discount incentive. Coke's most famous partnership is probably McDonald's. We all know about their special Coke formula by now and how the delivery process helps keep their soda really fresh and bubbly and delicious. I think Coke does try to adapt to local flavors, which is how we end up with flavors like the California raspberry or the Georgia peach, but those don't last very long because nobody is all of a sudden gonna switch to that over their regular Coke. I think for me, Coke's most popular item has to be a regular Coke, just their normal Coke flavor, but when I imagine it in my head, it's in that classic Coke glass bottle that's like used in commercials and old advertisements. That's just how it looks to me, a classic Coca-Cola. But nowadays, I think Diet Coke is kind of gaining in popularity, and then Coke Zero is like right there. They're gaining on each other.
Coca-Cola is actually super popular in Mexico. Like everybody knows Coca-Cola. Pretty much all the people I know drinks Coca-Cola. In every meal, like when you sit down with your family, there is one of these. In some areas in Mexico, Coca-Cola is cheaper and more accessible than clean water, so sometimes people prefer to buy Coca-Cola. I always see kids drinking Coca-Cola, like in the recreo, which is the break from the school. Everybody, all the kids go for a baby Coca-Cola. I actually used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola, but since a couple years ago, I stopped drinking it because I know it's a lot of sugar and it's not that good for you, so I stopped drinking it. I would say the most popular item from Coca-Cola in Mexico is the 600 millilitros, which is the 600 milliliters Coca-Cola. This is what you always get when you go to the store, when you get some snacks and then you buy a 600 milliliters Coca-Cola. It's very common to see Coca-Cola products everywhere, seeing Coca-Cola branding all over the place, when you're driving, when you go to the movies, when you're watching TV, Coca-Cola is always everywhere.
From exclusive items to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all of the differences between McDonald's in the US and Mexico. This is Food Wars. Let's start with drinks. In the US, drinks come in 3 sizes. We have small, medium, and large.
Drinks in Mexico come in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large.
Let's measure the large to see if we're actually getting 30 ounces. We also did order all of these without ice, so it's just liquid in here.
In Mexico, you can find the McNuggets in 4 different sizes: 4 pieces, 10 pieces, 20 pieces, And then there is another option when you can get 40 pieces, but this time we didn't find it on the menu.
Here we have the McNuggets. You can get them in 5 sizes. We have a 4, 6, 10, 20, and 40.
All right, now we're gonna count them. Let's see if we have 10 McNuggets. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 11th nugget. That's a lucky omen. Fries in the US come in 4 sizes. We have the kids, small, medium, and large. I said this last time, but it's still the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Fries in Mexico come in 4 different sizes. Kids, but look at this, it's so cute. Small, medium, and the biggest, large. It's so cute that I can just eat it like this.
Let's measure our largest fry. This is our classic Big Mac. Let's see how much ours weighs. There she is. She's actually quite beautiful. And we do have some excess lettuce and a pickle. I'm just gonna toss that on there. Here are all of the McDonald's menu items from the US that you won't find in Mexico.
Here we have all the menu items that you find in Mexico, but you won't find in the USA.
The US has a few burgers that you won't find in Mexico, like the deluxe quarter pounder with cheese, the quarter pounder with cheese and bacon. You can see a little bit of that bacon peeking out the back.
Mexico has a lot of exclusive items. We're gonna start with these 4, the signature burgers. This is the CBO. It has 1 patty, it has onions on it, and cheese, and bacon. This is the double, it's the same as the last one, the CBO. It has only 2 patties, with bacon and cheese. This is the first time I tried it, and I like it a lot. Next one, we have the signature clubhouse. It has 1 patty only, bacon, and this one has salad inside with tomatoes and lettuce. And I guess this is mac sauce. And this is the double signature clubhouse. Same as last one, but with 2 patties.
The McDouble, which is my personal favorite burger at McDonald's. So here's what the McDouble looks like inside. It's 2 patties, a slice of cheese. It's got pickles, onions, mustard, ketchup. The patties are also more like smash burgers instead of the thick cut patties. Yum.
Here we have some more of the exclusive items from Mexico. We have right here, this is the triple cheeseburger. It looks good, a lot of cheese right there. Next we have the Magnifica, that I actually never tried before. Maybe I can try this one. So for me, the Magnifica and the gourmet burger taste the same. Like, I can't find any difference, just this one has lettuce and this one doesn't, and different color of cheese. But that's it tastes the same for me. Here we have the double grand tasty. This one has a lot of cheese, tomato, double tomato. This is the triple grand tasty. Then we have the double grand bacon deluxe and triple grand bacon deluxe right here. This is actually a triple. Look at this. This is like a big burger. These are the barbecue hamburgers. We have the single, double, and triple. This is the triple. Let's do this one. This one has barbecue, onions, and American cheese. Okay, the meat is dry. I'm just not gonna lie. Look at this. I feel like all the flavor, it comes from the barbecue, because it has a lot of barbecue and onions. I feel like it's missing maybe bacon. Yeah, I wouldn't order this. This is the double barbecue hamburger.
The US only has 1 exclusive chicken sandwich, and that's the Spicy Deluxe McCrispy. It looks quite beautiful. That bread looks actually pretty good. I feel like my co-hosts have a lot stronger opinions on chicken sandwiches, but I think this one is actually pretty good. It's a very passable chicken sandwich. There's also the iconic Filet-O-Fish. I do want to take a bite of this. I feel like I've tried it on this show before, but I always forget what it tastes like because I never order it. The packaging is also really, really cute. It's got little waves on it, so you know you're eating a fish. The newer McDonald's packaging is really doing it for me. Like, this is really cute. It tells you what you're eating, and they also have it for the chicken sandwiches, tells you what you're eating. Also want to take a second to say, this bun is gorgeous. I feel like this is the prettiest sandwich I've ever seen. Here's what that looks like. I don't love tartar sauce, but I'm gonna try to take a bite with the sauce. I don't hate this. Very, very school lunch, but this is not bad.
In Mexico, we also have some exclusive chicken items. This is the Double Grand Tasty. It has, of course, tomatoes and lettuce, I guess mayo, and 2 pieces of chicken. This is the same thing, but triple. It looks super big. Actually, it's a lot of chicken in there. This one right here is the McCrispy. It has a piece of chicken, bacon, and this white sauce with onions as well. Looks very good. I actually really like this one. It's not like the chicken from the McNuggets. It's like a actually real chicken. All right, moving on to my left, we have the Grand Bacon Deluxe Triple Chicken and Double Chicken. This one looks super big as well. It has 3 pieces of chicken, cheese, tomatoes, and bacon.
The only exclusive side we seem to have is the apple slices, which you can get in a Happy Meal or as an actual side.
I'm super excited for this. We move on to the Happy Meals. Here in Mexico, we call it Cajita Feliz, which means Happy Meal. And here in Mexico, you have 3 options. You can get 4-piece McNuggets, you can get hamburger, or a burger with tomato and lettuce. Let's open this one and see what's inside. All right, first, we have the kid size fries. Actually, in Mexico, that's the only side that you can get, just fries. All right, we have a burger right here. This is the hamburger, kid size. And then you get this Yoplait yogurt. It's a baby one, perfect for dessert. And my favorite part, the toy. All right, so this is Groot. This is from the Disney collection. Let's see what's inside the second one. We have the same fries, kid size. And we have the 4-piece McNuggets. Next, we have the Yoplait yogurt. Well, I forget the name of this guy, but he's from Monster Inc. This is from the Disney collection as well. You also can get the tomato and lettuce burger. In Mexico, with your Happy Meal, you can get 3 options of drinks. You can get orange juice, you can get apple juice, and also you can get water. In Mexico, we also have 2 options of breakfast Happy Meals. You can get 3 hotcakes, or you can get scrambled eggs with muffin.
In the US, your Happy Meal options are a 4-piece McNugget meal, a 6-piece McNugget meal, or a hamburger meal. American kids have the option for 2 extra nuggets compared to Mexico. For sides, you get a kid-size fry and apple slices. Then you pick a kid's drink. You have the options of a 1% low-fat milk jug, reduced sugar low-fat chocolate milk jug, Dasani water, or Honest Kids Happily Ever After organic juice drink. So we got 2 Happy Meals because there are 2 options for toys. You can get a regular kid's toy or a toddler toy, and I was interested to see what you get in each. We got the same freaking toy. What if I was a toddler? So the toy that comes in this one is a Just Dance. Is this a card? That's like not a fun toy. I could watch a YouTube video. This is supposed to be so easy, like a 3-year-old can figure it out, and it took me several minutes. So we have this little thing that you spin, so wherever he lands on, that means that he landed on this blue thing, which means we have to find the blue T-Rex card, and then you do the dance move on the card. As a little palate cleanser, let's just look at these cute little fries. They're so cute. For babies. With the Happy Meals, you do have the option of just getting an extra portion of fries instead of the apple slices. You can get 2 of these, which is super cute. Doubly cute. Here are all of the exclusive drinks you'll find in the US. We have Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, High C Orange Lava Burst, lemonade, sweetened iced tea. Let's try the sweetened iced tea. That was really bad. It's extremely sweet and it tastes too much like tea. Then we have the unsweetened iced tea, a regular tea, which, let me see what kind of tea this is. So the tea looks to be like an orange and black tea, which sounds kind of interesting.
Here in Mexico, we have one exclusive drink, which is Sidral Mundet, that you cannot find in the USA. It's actually super good, very tasty, and very refreshing. We usually have it in the summer. It's like an apple soda, pretty much.
So this is the frozen blue raspberry Fanta. I think we should taste it. It looks terrible, but we're gonna try it. I'll drink anything blue, I think. Just try to help it a little. If this was actually frozen, I would love this. It's really, really good. There's also the frozen Coke, which I've had before. It's pretty delicious. And we have 2 smoothies, a strawberry banana smoothie and the mango pineapple smoothie. I don't think I've ever tried a McDonald's smoothie, so let's see what this tastes like. It's actually really, really good. I really like that. And in the US, we have chocolate chip cookies, which you can get in this cute little tote if you're in the mood to have 13 of them. These are actually one of the better fast food cookies I've had.
Okay, for desserts in Mexico, you can get sundae chocolate, sundae caramel, apple pie, Oreo milkshake, cheese pie, and this little yogurt. Now we're gonna try the cheese pie because I believe this is something you guys don't have in the States. Looks very crunchy. Maybe you're gonna hear this. It's like a lot of flavor in it. It's very soft inside and crunchy outside. I really like it. Cheese pie, I actually will give it a 8 out of 10. As you can see, there is a lot of chocolate in there. Let's try it. That was super cold. It's okay. Just regular vanilla ice cream from McDonald's with chocolate. In Mexico, we also have McFlurries, but we didn't get it this time.
Here are all of the exclusive breakfast options we have in the US. We've got the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I do want to taste the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit because the biscuit actually looks pretty good to me. It looks nice and buttery. The biscuit is a little bit dry, but I think the flavor is actually really good. It tastes really, really buttery, which I love. And the rest is, you know, it's just fine. It's McDonald's breakfast, which is gonna hit for me every single time. It's good.
In Mexico, you can find very good breakfast in McDonald's. Here we have some of the exclusive items you find in McDonald's Mexico. We have the deluxe breakfast, we have the special breakfast, we have the Mexican burrito. It's a tortilla de harina. I don't know how you say that in English, but tortilla de harina in Mexico. It has eggs, tomatoes, and I guess this is sausage. For a fast breakfast, I think it will be good. In Mexico, we really like burritos. Like, for myself, I love burritos. I would say this tastes like maybe like American burrito. It doesn't feel like the real Mexican burritos, but for a quick breakfast, I think it will be okay.
The Egg McMuffin is a little bit different than the rest because it's got this kind of egg and not that folded yellow egg thing that McDonald's puts on like all their breakfast sandwiches. And it's also got Canadian bacon, which is a little special. She stands out. Next, we have the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle, a sausage McGriddle, which just has a sausage patty in it, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. The McGriddles are obviously special because of the M branding, those golden arches on there, and you can see all the syrup holes in here. This is just like one of the more genius things McDonald's has ever made, in my opinion.
We have the Mexican McMuffin. Here we have the Mac Molletes. Molletes in Mexico are like super popular. This is like a super popular breakfast that you always get in home. It's pretty much bread, frijoles, which is beans, and cheese. Super easy, but super tasty as well. Let's try the Mac Molletes. I don't like the beans. I would say it's a little bit dry, honestly. Like, usually when you make it at home, it's always like super juicy, it's warm. But yeah, this one feels like they just make it like super fast. So yeah, it's not my favorite.
We have the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Here we have a biscuit with egg and cheese. And we also have the sausage breakfast burrito, which I'm definitely gonna try. But let's see what it looks like on the inside first. Oh boy, it's not good. Ah! It looks like Lunchables to me. It looks terrible, but I have a feeling that it's gonna taste really good. We also have a few little sauce packets that come with the breakfast burrito. There is a mild picante and hot picante. Let's try it with the hot. Ooh, that was probably a lot. Okay. This is a very passable breakfast burrito for me, but with the sauce, I think it's really, really good. I would order this. I would definitely order this on my own. Then we have the big breakfast with hotcakes, the regular big breakfast, and the oatmeal with fruit, cranberries, and raisins. Here's what that looks. It's literally like solid in here. So the big breakfast with hotcakes obviously comes with hotcakes, and we have a hash brown, a sausage patty, a biscuit, and some of those little folded eggs I was talking about before. It also comes with the hotcake syrup.
So this is the deluxe Mexican breakfast. This is Mac Molletes. The deluxe Mexican breakfast also comes with scrambled eggs and sausage.
The US also has the McCafe menu, which is McDonald's specialty coffee menu. We have a caramel macchiato, a cappuccino. I'm gonna try the regular cappuccino because I do wonder how McDonald's does their cappuccinos. Yeah, that's really good. I've had some coffees from McCafe before, but usually they're too sweet. This one has no sweetness in it whatsoever, so I really like it. We've got the caramel cappuccino, a vanilla cappuccino, a mocha, a regular latte, a caramel latte. I do want to try the caramel latte too. McDonald's usually overdoes it for me when it comes to the sweeteners in the coffee or like the flavorings, whatever they pump into these to make it taste like caramel, French vanilla, whatever. It smells really good. No, we're having a good coffee day. I feel like these are all pretty good. The sweetness is like just right. It tastes like caramel. It's still nice and warm. It's so good. And then we have a French vanilla latte. Now let's go through the exclusive iced coffees. We've got the iced latte. I'm making my choice right now. That's a little crazy, but I want to taste the iced latte. No. I didn't think this was gonna have any sweetener, but it does taste like it has a lot of liquid sweet. I think it's at the bottom. I think maybe that's why. Let me mix it up a little. All I'm getting in my mouth right now is sweetener. It's better once you mix it around a little bit, but still surprisingly sweet for a regular latte. I'm shocked. We've got the caramel macchiato, the caramel latte, the French vanilla latte. Then we go into the iced coffees, which are different. This is the iced caramel coffee, the iced French vanilla coffee. I wanna try this one. I love French vanilla anything. It's okay. It tastes like watery coffee. I'm sure that if I had it immediately once it was delivered, I'd have a different opinion, but I taste the vanilla and the coffee part's nice. I do prefer the iced coffees over the lattes though. The sweetness levels are a lot more tame. This is the regular iced coffee. Then we have the iced mocha and 2 frappes. So we have the mocha and the caramel. Let's crack into this mocha frappe. It looks pretty good. For being half melted, it still looks very delectable to me. It basically tastes like chocolate milk with ice in it and like extra sugar. It's time for sauce talk, and we have many.
In Mexico, we also have a lot of different sauce options. I'm gonna show you some, or a lot.
Sauce talk.
So we have barbecue, sweet and sour, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, jalapeno, and barbecue.
So let's go down the line. We have the tangy barbecue. I love the McDonald's barbecue sauce. I use this for my nuggets. This mixed with ketchup is also delish. Next we have spicy buffalo. I feel like it's getting more and more common to see buffalo on menus here in America. That is orange. It smells spicy. It's actually a very good sauce and it's really spicy. Ooh, wait, I like this one. Next we have ranch, a packet of honey, which I've never seen come in a packet like this. Like usually it's in one of those like little squeezy tube things. Next we have sweet and sour. I don't think McDonald's has a good sweet and sour. That's just my opinion. We've got ketchup. I think the ketchups might be different, but they definitely have ketchup in Mexico. We also have mustard, which I love mustard on a burger. It just adds a whole nother level. And we also have hot mustard, which I have never tried this from McDonald's before, so let's see what it tastes like. That's what that looks like. To me, it tastes like Dijon mustard, but it's not Dijon mustard, it's hot mustard. And we also have a grape jam. I believe this is for the biscuits. You can add a little jam.
All right, now let's check the nutrition of foods available in both countries. A Big Mac in Mexico contains 540 calories.
And in the US, a Big Mac contains 590 calories, 34 grams of total fat, 46 grams total carbs, and 25 grams of protein. The US Big Mac beats Mexico's when it comes to calories and total fat, but it has fewer carbs and the same amount of protein.
In Mexico, the medium fries contain 288 calories.
And in the US, they contain 480 calories, 23 grams of total fat, 65 grams total carbs, and 7 grams of protein.
We also interested to see the difference between the Coke in USA and Mexico. In Mexico, a large Coke contains 283 calories.
And here, a large Coke contains 290 calories, 0 grams total fat, 77 grams total carbs, and 0 grams protein. I think overall, nutrition in the US and Mexico isn't that different. If you got all 3 of these items as a meal, that would add up to 1,360 calories.
In Mexico, the same meal will be 1,111 calories.
In the US, a Big Mac costs $7.49 or 126 pesos and 55 cents.
In Mexico, the Big Mac costs 105 pesos, which is $6.21.
Add medium fries and a drink to your Big Mac, and that brings the price up to $12.29 or 207 pesos and 64 cents.
In Mexico, a medium Big Mac meal costs 125 pesos, which is $7.40.
Make that Big Mac meal a large, and the total comes out to $13.59 or 229 pesos and 61 cents.
The large Big Mac meal costs 145 pesos, which is $8.58.
McDonald's is definitely the most popular fast food place in America. I feel very confident in saying that, just because you can't drive maybe like a few minutes without coming across the Golden Arches. They're everywhere. I do think everyone in their lifetime here has probably tried it at least once. McDonald's basically created the idea of fast food that we know today, getting your food within minutes, it's hot and ready pretty quickly, and I feel like that's why they've been so iconic, besides the iconography of those Golden Arches, which I feel like you see them in pretty much any country and you know what it is.
In Mexico, McDonald's is super popular. I feel like every time you drive in the city, you will find a McDonald's in the corner. Everybody knows McDonald's. Every time that you go to party and then you're hungry in the middle of the night, you go and get McDonald's.
Back when McDonald's first became a thing, grab-and-go food wasn't the norm, but they definitely took the idea and made it so commonplace.
In Mexico, some of the most popular items are the McFlurry. Everybody loves the McFlurry. I would say the Big Mac. Everybody tried the Big Mac at least once. And I would say the McNuggets. It's super easy to eat and very tasty.
What isn't McDonald's known for? We've got the Big Macs, we've got the Happy Meals, the French fries, and there's also the Cokes, which are my personal favorite thing. Sometimes I just go by a McDonald's and I'm like, I'm gonna stop and just get a soda because their fountain soda is excellent. McDonald's Cokes are so special because they have their own unique delivery process, which just makes for a really delicious fizzy Coke. McDonald's is also obviously known for the broken ice cream machine. If you do manage to get the ice cream though, it's always really good. Whether you get it with caramel, the chocolate sauce, or on that little cone, it's excellent. I will say that I don't think McDonald's adapts to local flavors. Like, we don't have anything New York specific to try today, but it does adapt to local flavors on a global scale.
I feel like actually McDonald's has been trying to adapt to the Mexican flavor, adding all the, for example, the molletes or the sauces. But still, I feel like it's not getting close at all. I feel like it feels plastic still. It's still good, but it feels like very American USA flavors.
From exclusive items to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Subway in Mexico and the US. This is Food Wars. Here in the US, our standard Subway sandwiches come in 2 sizes, the 6-inch and the 12-inch, also known as the footlong.
In Subway Mexico, you can get 2 sizes. You find the footlong or the 6 inches or 15 centimeters.
All right, first the 6-inch. If that isn't 6 inches, it's almost 6 inches. It's really close.
15 centimeters is actually pretty good.
Good job, Subway. Now the footlong. Yeah, that's a foot.
Exactly 30 centimeters.
Drinks at a US Subway come in 3 sizes. Down here we got the small, a very small 21 fluid ounces. In the middle here, our medium, 30 fluid ounces. And of course, the large, 40 fluid ounces.
Drinks in Mexico come in bottles. Here are some of the options that we found.
Here's everything at a US Subway you can't get in Mexico.
Here we have all the exclusive items you find in Mexico, but not in the USA.
Let's start with the bread. In the US, we have a few bread options you won't find in Mexico. First, hearty multigrain, the Italian urban cheese, the jalapeno cheddar bread, which is only at participating locations, none here in Southern California where I am. Why?
In Mexico, you find 4 exclusive types of breads. You find whole wheat, oats and honey, Parmesan oregano, and roasted garlic.
All right, let's move on to fillings. Exclusive toppings to the US. Banana peppers, of course, green peppers, black olives, and baby spinach. What kind of cheese can you get in the US? We have a fresh mozzarella, we got grated Parmesan, pepper jack, and provolone. What about proteins? We got capicola, grilled chicken, sweet onion teriyaki glazed chicken, meatballs, roast beef, steak, and veggie patty. And we also have exclusive condiments, the Baja Chipotle, the creamy sriracha, mayonnaise, MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. Okay. And roasted garlic aioli, MVP, come on.
Here in Mexico, we have exclusive toppings, crispy onions and guacamole. We love guacamole. We also have some exclusive proteins, barbecue pork and breaded chicken. And finally, we got some exclusive condiments. You can find chipotle mayonnaise, barbecue, and ketchup.
So I went ahead and put as many of those things together into what I think is an edible sub. So I got the Italian herb one, but also has banana peppers, green peppers. I know they got roast beef, spinach, put that sriracha sauce on it. Eat your heart out, Mexico. You can't get this there. It works pretty good. The sriracha sauce is where it's at, and I do like the banana peppers.
Now it's time to make our own sandwich. We are gonna use some of the exclusive items you find in Mexico. Let's put some of the chipotle mayo. Next, we're gonna put the breaded chicken in the sandwich. Let's do the guacamole. Last step, let's do crispy onions. The guacamole is a perfect ingredient for all the sandwiches.
In the US, our exclusive sandwiches, I'm gonna start with, I guess these are like the classic menu ones that have been on for as long as I can remember. We have a buffalo chicken sandwich. So if you can see right here, it's the grilled chicken pieces with their buffalo sauce. I like buffalo sauce for like wings and chicken, but sandwich form, I don't think so. There's a BLT, you already know what it is. Cold cut combo. This is one thing about the US Subway that really turns me off. I'm not saying I don't like vegetables, I don't, but that's fine if you like vegetables. But they just pack so much lettuce and tomato into the sandwiches unless you ask them not to. But to me, I mean, like, there's like 3 pieces of meat on this. There's like no meat on this sandwich. One of my favorites, a classic that you can't get in Mexico, it's the meatball marinara. The bread to meatball ratio on this, guys, just what is this? No. Bigger meatball, smaller bread. Come on. I barely got a meatball of that. That's really frustrating. And also this right here, which to be honest, we don't know what this is. This sandwich was labeled strip. Oh, this might be the grilled chicken. I do not remember it being this big of a bread to toppings ratio. I really don't.
Moving on to the exclusive sandwiches you find in Mexico. Subway melt, boneless hot, chicken bacon ranch, barbecue ribs, chicken parmesan, Milanese, Mexican Milanese, Napolitan Milanese. Well, I guess there is a lot of Milanese. I guess Mexicans love Milanese. Milanese is basically the breaded chicken. You find it pretty much everywhere. Milanesas, that's how we call it.
The US has their Subway series sandwiches, a collection of pre-designed, pre-made sandwiches with fun names. Now, I do think this is a very good idea. Instead of being like, I want give me this, that, and the other, just kind of looking and being like, oh yeah, the Beast, the Philly, or whatever. And the thing is, I didn't get all of them, because although they're numbered up to 99, there isn't 99 of them, but I've had to guess, I think there's like 30? I'm not getting 30 sandwiches. I got 8 that sounded interesting that I wanted to show to Mexico and the rest of the world. Starting down here, this one is the Grand Slam ham. Now they have these deli favorites that seem like they're sandwiches that are already on the menu, but they went ahead and added a little more meat or like a fun cheese or sauce to it. So the Grand Slam ham boasted it has 33% more than the regular ham sandwich. If you were to give me this sandwich, I would have been like, yes, this is an adequate amount of meat and cheese. Conspiracy time. I think what they did was, when they introduced these, they also instructed them to take meat and toppings, make them less on the regular sandwiches. So it's like, look, this one is billowing with toppings, unlike those other regular ones. And we're like, yeah, like the regular ones. When you think about it, I think it used to be like this before they introduced these sandwiches. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Also, a garlic roast beef. It tastes garlicky, but not much else. Skip that one. Okay, next up we got the Beast. They say it's half a pound of meat. There's an asterisk there. Here's the asterisk. The half a pound of meat is based on the foot-long serving. So if you get the 6-inch, it's, I'm assuming, a quarter of a pound of meat. Is that a lot? I mean, it does feel like it does have a lot of meat. I'll tell you straight, if I made a sandwich like this at home, 3 times as much meat. I'm loading that thing with meat. So that's it? I don't know. Philly cheesesteak. Ooh. Look at the teriyaki blitz. Are they all football? I didn't mention this before, but they're all the Subway series. It seems like they're really promoting this like sports themed, but they're not being specific with the sport. I don't think they're not. Is it football? Is it only football? So maybe the numbers are homage to famous football players. Who's a famous 33? They got the teriyaki blitz. Blitz is an American football term. A sweet onion teriyaki sauce, which is good. I do like the sauce. Twice as much American cheese, multigrain. Not bad. Coming up next is the Outlaw Lookouts, which isn't a football or baseball term. It is a cowboy term. There's a cowboy football team. What are you eating before you rob at a train? Juicy meat, double pepper jack, green peppers, red, and the Baja Chipotle sauce. This is a very good sandwich. I really like this. If this is a nickname of a famous athlete, I did not know. So if it is, please let me know. This next one's the 23. The Hot Shot Italiano. Hey, forget about it. The pepperoni, salami, twice as much provolone, jalapeno peppers. But they got that MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. I have to know. I have to know, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the problem with that, the vinaigrette. I know it's your MVP, but it's too vinegary. And I'm Italian. Oh, I can't wait for this one. It's the great garlic. Garlic is the selling point of the sandwich, ladies and gentlemen. Rotisserie-style chicken, crispy bacon, Monterey cheese. Okay, all right, okay. I do like that. Being the great garlic is a bit overstated. It's garlicky, but not too garlicky.
Here we have our Subway series. Costilla, Holy Moly Guacamole. Jamoli Guacamole. Italoni. Ciao Alfredo. Oh my boneless. American Teriyaki. Steak it easy. The Champ. Boneless Licious. Mozzabella. Ham tocino. The Mitalian.
Another U.S. exclusive is the personal pizza, folks. This is like the 5th Subway episode I've done for this series. I've never seen a Subway pizza. I've never seen it advertised. Somewhere in the U.S., you can get a pizza at a Subway. None of the ones that I've ever been to. So I'm starting to think they don't exist, except online. But we do have, and I was able to get, our No Bready Bowls, which are Subway's version of protein bowls. Are we still doing this? Anyway, any sandwich you can get over there, I think they can just take it out of the bread and stick it in a bowl. I went ahead and got the pastrami one because I got probably the biggest bummer of them all. It's got pastrami, it's got yellow mustards, it's got pickles, and this much lettuce. You know that shredded lettuce that comes in the sandwich that you kind of just like pull off before you eat? It's up to here with lettuce. Please don't get these. We got to stop with this. Bread is fine. The plastic, the lettuce, it's not going to make a difference. Trust me.
Now let's talk about our exclusive sides. We got boneless bites, crust chips, Doritos Incognita, Sabritas adobadas, and my favorite, Rufles con queso. These are super good.
Other side options, we can call them, that we have here. Starting down here, these are new. This is the first time I'm seeing them, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm like how they're looking. We have foot-long churros, pretzels, and cookies. Starting down here, I mean, yeah, this feels like a foot. Shall we keep them honest? Almost exactly a foot. Who doesn't love a churro? The Subway churro is good. So get a foot-long Auntie Anne's pretzel. Uh-oh. And we got the foot-long cookie. Come on. I think that's about a foot. I wonder if you can get Subway to make you a sandwich on to cookies. Bunch of chips you can get at the US Subway you can't get in Mexico. Sun chips, baked, regular, and barbecue. Miss Vicky's jalapeno. Miss Vicky, if you're watching, I will do a commercial for these for free. Call me. I love your chips and I want to help your cause. These are maybe the best chips. They're kettle, they're spicy, they're delicious. These are fantastic chips. Cool Ranch Dorito. Come on, guys. You don't got the Cool Ranch? Yeah, the Cool Ranch? Classic chips. They have the Go-Go Squeeze with a Z applesauce. Here in the US, our Subway, for some reason, offers breakfast. There's a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap right here. I'm assuming that's the wrap and that's the non-wrap, the flatbread. Then we have the Black Forest ham, egg, and cheese, or Black Forest ham, egg, and cheese wrap. If you're just curious about what this looks like, I don't know why you would get this. I don't know why you would make this. I don't know why you would sell this. And you get the steak, egg, and cheese, or steak, egg, and cheese wrap. I'm curious, aren't you?
Drinks in Mexico come in bottles. Here are some of the options that we found. You can get Coca-Cola, Sidral Mundet, which is apple soda, Fuse tea, black tea, just clean water, and Jamaica water, which is Jamaica's water or hibiscus water. Jamaica's water is something that you find a lot in Mexico. It's actually super tasty. It tastes kind of like a cranberry juice.
Look at all these fun bottled drinks you can get at a US Subway. Starting down here, chocolate milk, clearly for the kids. Bottle of water, Dasani, Diet Coke, Gatorade Cool Blue. You can also get the fruit punch, this Honest Kids Super Fruit Punch. Simply Lemonade, this is really good, gotta say. And there's Simply OJ. And Vitamin Water Triple X. Ooh, this is the hardcore vitamin water. 3 X's, you know when they mean business.
Now, let's compare a classic turkey sub.
In the US, a turkey foot-long sub contains 540 calories, 8 grams of fat, 80 grams of carbs, 12 grams of sugar, and 1,680 milligrams of sodium.
We actually couldn't find the nutrition for the foot-long, but we found the nutrition for half. A half portion contains 270 calories, 4 grams of total fat, 43 grams of carbs, 7 grams of sugar, and 690 milligrams of sodium.
Of all the fast food places we've talked about on this show, Subway probably has some of the most controversial ingredients. We've talked about its past use of azodicarbonamide in its bread, which is an additive used to condition doughs and bleach flour. But it's also used as a blowing agent to make foamed plastics like yoga mats. We've also talked about the lawsuit filed against Subway claiming that their tuna in their sandwiches was, quote, anything but tuna. The New York Times sent samples of the tuna to a lab to be tested. And the lab concluded that either the meat was so processed they couldn't detect tuna, or it was a different substance being used. Okay, I remember this as well. No, there's totally tuna in the sandwiches. They're taking something out of a prepared sandwich with stuff in it, and they're taking a little sample and send it to some lab that's like, well, I don't know if it's tuna or not. Yeah, you're right. Could have been a big hunk of mayo. You don't know. There's definitely fish in the sandwich. Stop it. Anyway, to prove my point, in 2023, the lawsuit was dropped. I wonder why, New York Times. As of November, there are 20,603 Subways in the U.S.
In Mexico, there is 783 Subways.
A Subway franchise in Ohio recently got into some controversy after it charged a woman $1,000 for her order. The store closed down shortly after, and after several attempts to get in touch with corporate and zero helpful responses, the woman, Letitia Bishop, filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. Subway then connected her with the owner of the particular franchise, who gave her the refund in cash. Bishop does say the entire ordeal really set her back financially. She couldn't even afford groceries during this time.
Subway is popular in Mexico, yes, but I feel like it's not the most popular option. Actually, I never had Subway in Mexico before. So, yeah, we know about Subway, but it's not the most popular.
Subway is very popular in the United States. According to the National Restaurant News Top 500 of 2023, Subway is the 8th most popular chain, and technically the highest ranking sandwich chain. There are more Subways than McDonald's in the US.
Subway, it won't be my first option. I think I get confused because it's so many options. They have so many items, and then you can pick from all the salsas, and yeah, it's just so much stuff. So I get confused, so I think that's why I don't get Subway.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I like sandwiches, and I could be persuaded to eat at Subway more. It's the quality, but it's not necessarily a poor quality. It's too much bread, not enough meat, flavorless vegetables. There's so many sandwich places now that I just feel like Subway, it's like everything ate into its market and it didn't really innovate very well. Quality went downhill, better competition. I just don't like Subway. I just thought of this. Here's a potential like psychopath test. If you ever hand someone a sandwich like this and it's cut here, if they ever start eating it from this end, they're crazy. Get them out of your life, right? Imagine if I was like, let me bite this and bit it this way. You think about it. These types of sandwiches, it's cut this way. You start with the end that's cut, right? You never start on this end. If someone starts on this end, don't trust them.